Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Panchakalpatarubhishcha kripa sindhubhyo japatitanam pavanibhyo vaishnavyo namo namaha. So Prabhuji asked me to speak today about Lord Nityananda, whose appearance day is coming up soon. And today is also the appearance day of Advaita Charya, so we can't neglect Advaita Charya also. He's a very special personality, a little difficult to understand. In Vrindavan today, Gopishwar Mahadev temple is packed with devotees worshipping Advaitacharya. All the Gaudiya Vaishnavas will go to Gopishwar Mahadev to worship Advaitacharya because he is not different from Lord Shiva. In a transcendental realm beyond this realm, he is Sadashiva. And in this realm, he's Mahavishnu. He appears as Mahavishnu and participates in the Leela of Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement. Everybody comes. Like Murari Gupta also came. He's Hanuman. He came to participate. Mother Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj, everyone came to participate. So Advaita Charya is a dual incarnation, Sadashiva and Mahavishnu, because in the highest understanding, Sadashiva and Mahavishnu, same tattva. Different Leela, same person. So a little difficult to understand. Just a moment. Can you take this? Excuse me.
Oh,
Okay, sorry about that.
no problem.
So there's some very wonderful Leelas with Advaita Charya also. He had a mock fight with Lord Nityananda. He was invited for prasad. And Lord Nityananda was fed with all kinds of delicious food prepared by Advaita Charya's wife, Sita. But he was complaining. He said, I thought that I would come and be able to fill my belly, but I've not even filled half of my belly. Advaita Charya responded, what kind of reject Paramahamsa are you? And Lord Nityananda threw rice on the ground. Some of it touched the body of Advaita Charya, and he began to dance in ecstasy that my body has been touched by the divine remnants of Advaita Charya. He also invited Lord Chaitanya to come to his home. He said, I just want to prepare a little wet vegetable, little rice for you. Please come to my home. We're simple, we're simple people. Just please come to my home. We want to satisfy you. But then you read in Chaitanya Charitamrita, like 10 verses, 12 verses describing the hundreds of different delicious preparations that were prepared and offered to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by Advaita Charya. There's also a nice Leela with Sachimata, because Vishwarup, Lord Chaitanya's elder brother, used to come and hear Advaita Charya speak, because he was acknowledged as the foremost Vaishnava, foremost learned person in Navadvip. And Shankarananya, Lord Chaitanya's elder brother, would come and hear from Advaita Charya, who by that hearing became completely detached from material life and took sannyas. So Sachimata was very disturbed by this, because mother wants her son to stay home, get married, produce grandchildren, happy family life, and he took sannyas. So she mildly criticized Advaita Charya, that said, you're not Advaita, you're Dvaita, you're showing favoritism to some and rejecting others. So she mildly criticized him. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was giving his Mahaprakash Leela at Srivasangan, he gave blessing to everyone, but he wouldn't give blessing to his own mother, Sachimata. Everyone became very dumbfounded. Everyone's getting blessed, but your own mother won't be blessed. Why? You won't bless your own mother? He said, she is aparadi. She has offended Advaitacharya. She has criticized Advaitacharya to show what is the danger of finding fault with the Vaishnava, especially a Vaishnava of the character and quality of avatar of the own Lord, of the Lord, Advaitacharya. So they're doing kirtan. Kirtan became more and more ecstatic, and Advaitacharya fainted. And Sachimata took the opportunity to take dust from his lotus feet, begging forgiveness. Thus she qualified herself for mercy from Advaitacharya. So he was a great teacher, great acharya. He was a disciple of Madhavendra Puri. So um, this whole Madhurya Rasa, this whole intimacy of Krishna Bhakti came through him. Srila Rupa Goswami prayed, Anard Pita Chirim Chirad Karunaya Avatirna Kulo Samar Paritum Unato Jalarasam Sabakti Shriam Hari Puratu Sundara Dudikadamba Sandipita Sada Hridaya Kandare Spirituva Sachinandana. So what is that was given? And in whom did it appear first? Sadvaitacharya. Madhavendra Puri, Advaitacharya, disciple of Madhavendra Puri. This is Unatojala Sabhakti Shriyam. Sabhakti Shriyam means the Lord's own ecstatic experience of love of God. And that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu distributed freely throughout the world. So it first came to Madhavendra Puri, the guru of Advaitacharya. The most famous Leela with Advaitacharya is his calling of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His place is just down the road here. 15 minutes walk and you're there. Shiva Sangan. He would stay in Shantipur. Shantipur was his home, but when he would come to Navadvip, Navadvip means the east side of Ganga. Today's Navadvip, west side of Ganga, is not Navadvip. That was at the time of Mahaprabhu called Kulia. So at the time of Mahaprabhu, the east side of Ganga, what is called Mayapur today, was Navadvip. Mahaprabhu's home is there. And the second home of Advaitacharya is also there, just adjacent to Shiva Sangan. So he, although being the Lord himself, expressed that I can't save these people, and his heart was burning with unhappiness. That these people are simply swimming in an ocean of material life, spending lakhs and crores of rupees for weddings, worshipping demigods, intoxication, meat eating. His heart bled for them because this is the nature of a Vaishnava. Prahlad Maharaj expressed the same thing. He said, Naivo dvijay paraduratya rivaitiranyas tadvirya gayana mahamata magda cheta. Sochetato vimukacheta sa indriyarta maya sukaya baramudvahato vimutan. Prahlad Maharaj said, my life is very nice. I become a devotee. I'll easily leave this material world, cross Vaitarani river, enter the kingdom of God, and never come back to material life. Very nice. But still, sochetato vimukacheta sa indriyarta. I feel so broken. My heart bleeds for those persons whose chetas, whose consciousness is indriyarta. How will I satisfy senses? And for that, baramudvahato vimudhan, they're carrying heavy burden of material life. My heart bleeds for them. This is the nature of Vaishnava. So Advaitacharya, feeling intensely that burden, prayed to the Lord that you please come. You please personally come. And he worshipped the Lord by offering Ganga Jal and Tulsi. Just those things. Ganga Jal and Tulsi. 2, Shalagram Shila. That Shalagram Shila, I'm not sure. I heard once where it was. I saw a beautiful, it's a large Shila, large Nishinga Shila. I don't recall where it is being worshipped right now. But he worshipped Shalagram Shila, Lord Vishnu, with loud calls that you please come. And this has great power. Krishna says in Gita, Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam Yomi Bhaktya Parichati Tadaham Bhakti Paritam Ashnami Prayatatmana. That if someone offers me the smallest, most insignificant thing, some water and a leaf, a little tulsi leaf, he responds to that. So this was the worship of the Lord that brought him the call, the bhakti of Advaitacharya, caused the Lord to come and fulfill his desire to liberate everyone. In the purport to this verse, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Prabhupada goes, Talasya dalava matrina jalasa chulukainava, vikrinete tanatmana bhaktibhyo bhaktavatsala. Krishna said, if someone offers me just a leaf, a leaf, tulsi dal, and a palm full of water, there's nothing within my power, I have in my possession, to repay that offering. So I give myself. So we should take note that the Lord is very easily pleased by the most insignificant offering if it's offered with devotion. So it was Advaitacharya that called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he and all the senior devotees appeared before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Haridas Thakur, Paramananda Puri, Advaitacharya, other devotees, all appeared in this world before. And when they heard of the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everyone was in Ganga up to their waist chanting, Hari, 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 millions of people, all the way from north of Mayapur, all the way down to Ganga Sagar. All the populace on the evening of the eclipse of the full moon were in Ganga chanting holy name, and Haridas Thakur and Advaitacharya became full of joy, knowing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, has come to this world. So it was Advaitacharya that called him to this world. So we're all very grateful to him. Srila Narottam Das Thakur sang the song, Dayakoro Sitapati, Advaita Gosai. He's praying to Advaita as Sitapati, the husband of Sita, that if you give me your mercy, then I'll get the mercy of Gaur Nitai. So this is our process to approach the most superior personality of God, and we approach his devotee. So Advaitacharya played that role as a devotee. But Lord Chaitanya didn't like to be worshipped by Advaitacharya. And Advaitacharya didn't like to be worshipped by Lord Chaitanya. So he began to teach Mayavad philosophy in such a way that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would come to know about it and hear. So Mahaprabhu heavily chastised him. So Advaitacharya became very happy that finally he's acknowledged his superiority, that he has chastised me, where previously he would offer him respect as a senior Vaishnava. In Leela, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would offer respect to Advaitacharya. But in Tattva, Lord Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Pranaya Vrikati Ladini Shakti Rasmate Katmanavabi Bhuvi Bhuradeha Bedam Gadoto Chaitanyakam Prakatamadanam Taddayam Chaikyamaptam Radha Bhaviduti Sivalitam Nomi Krishna Surupam. Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He is Krishna Surup. He's the original person. He's not avatar. Sometimes we speak of him as an avatar, but technically Mahaprabhu is not an avatar. He's directly Lord Krishna, that with the bhava and duty, the mood, the ecstatic mood and effulgence of Srimati Radharani. He's Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna with the bhava. So Advaitacharya understood who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he didn't like that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Leela would offer him all respect. So he began teaching like this to get chastised by Lord Chaitanya, and he became very joyful by that. So on this day we should remember Advaitacharya. It's a half-day fast also if you're able, if you're not busy working or some other impediment. Half-day fast if you're able, and pray to Advaitacharya for his mercy, because his mercy, the mercy of Gaur Nityananda, is available. So we can speak something about Lord Nitai, Nityananda Prabhu. There's some beautiful shlokas we can recite. Nityananda Maham Nomi Sarvananda Karam Param Harinam Apadam Devam Avaduta Shiromanim. Lord Nitai is the bestower of the holy name. This is very, very important thing. How we get the holy name. Is it such a commodity, you just take it? We have to beg for holy name. We have to pray for holy name. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said we should pray for the holy name, beg the holy name. Beggars beg the holy name from whom? From the possessor of the holy name, for the holy name personified, Lord Nitai. So Avadut, that Harinama Padam Devam. He's that Devata. He's that personality, that divine personality. That Harinam Pradam Devam. He gives the holy name. And Avadut Shiromani. He's the crest jewel amongst all Avadut personalities. Avadut means not part of this world. He's here, but he's not here. He's completely intoxicated in love of God. Sometimes Lord Nityananda couldn't even understand whether he's naked or has clothes on. He just, Krishna, 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 Krishna. Especially when he went to Vrindavan and went to the places of Nandagaon. Because he is Balaram. Who is Nitai? He's not different from Balaram. Rajendra Nandana say, Sachi Sutta Hoilo say, Balaram Hoilo Nitai. That Balaram becomes Nitai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Krishna, in the mood of Srimati Radharani. And Nityananda is Balaram, Krishna's elder brother. And in Leela, people would come and they'd offer respect to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. One devotee came and he offered respect to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first. And he became angry with that devotee. He said, no, you offered to my elder brother, Nitai, Nityananda. So the next time the devotee came, he first offered respect to Nityananda. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became happy. Because in their Braj Leela, Balaram is Dada. He's Dauji. He's the elder brother. And the same in Gaur Leela. He's the elder brother. He was respected by Lord Chaitanya in that way. But he's most merciful personality of Godhead. Now the verse says, Vande Dantadbhutashvayam Shri Nityananda Mishwaram Yatichaya Tatswarupam Agyenapi Nirupyate. Let me offer my obeisances to Lord Sri Nityananda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose opulence is wonderful and unlimited. By his will, even a fool can understand his identity. So we're all foolish, no doubt. So we should try to understand his identity. Who is identity? Balaram Hoilo Nitai. He's Krishna's elder brother. And who is Balaram? Balaram is same as Krishna. What is the difference between Balaram and Krishna? Only their color, their bodily color. Krishna's original personality of Godhead, and he's Swayamrup Bhagavan. And Balaram is Swayam Prakash. He's the first manifestation. First expansion of Krishna is Balaram. So that same Balaram comes, Balaram Hoilo Nitai, to accompany Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Leela. So there is a great meeting between them. I don't recall all the details, but Lord Chaitanya was looking, where is his personality? And Lord Nitai was looking, where is that personality? And they met in Nandanacharya's place in great happiness, indescribable happiness, when they embraced each other and met for the first time in Navadvip. Preme mata Nityananda kripa avatar, uttama adhama kichu nahikar vichar. Because he is intoxicated by ecstatic love of God, he is an incarnation of mercy. He does not distinguish between the good and the bad. Then he's described as Adbhuta Karunya, wonderfully merciful, Adbhuta Adharya, wonderfully magnanimous, and Adbhuta Vadanya, wonderfully generous. Srila Lochandas Thakur wrote a beautiful, beautiful song, one of the very favorite songs of our Srila Prabhupada. Parama Karuna Pahade Jana Nitai Gaura Chandra Sabha Avatar Sar Shiromani Kevala Ananda Kanda. That these two incarnations, Gaur and Nitai, Nityananda, are the essence of all avatars. Sabha, Sar Shiromani, the crest jewel, the essence of all avatars. Why? Because they gave love of God. Matsya Kurma, Varaha, Vishinga, Vaman, Parashuram, Ram, Balaram, they can give you liberation. You can go back to Godhead, Vaikuntha, the kingdom of God. But as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we're not very interested in Vaikuntha. We prayed during Kartik Varam, Deva Moksham na Moksha Badhimva, Nachanyam Prineham Vareshadapiha, Idam Teva Purnata Gopala Balam, Sadame manasya virastam kimanyai. That I'm not interested to go to Vaikuntha. I don't want any boon, kimanyai, nothing else. What do I want? Manasya virastam kimanyai. I only want to fix my mind on you. So other avatars, brother, worship, we can go, we can get a four-armed form, get a liberation, having the same bodily features as the Lord, get eternal life in Vaikuntha. That's wonderful. Such a great achievement to go back to Godhead, to go to Vaikuntha and never come back. But Gaudiya Vaishnavas want something more, and that is offered by Gaur Nitai. They offer prema, Krishna prema pradayate. So Lochandas Thakur worships these incarnations, Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, as Parama Karuna, most merciful, because they're giving the best thing. They're giving interest into Goloka Dham. Goloka Dham means the topmost of all Vaikuntha planets. There's millions of Vaikuntha planets, but topmost amongst all of them is that place where the Lord is served in intimacy and love of God, where devotees wrestle with Him, they dance with Him, chest to chest. Mother Yashoda is kissing His face. Idam te mukam bojam attanta nila vritam kuntalai snigdharaktaistya gopya muhusyambitam bimba rakta dharam me manasya virastamalam lakshalabhai. Said, your beautiful lotus-like face is encircled by locks of curling black hair, which has become reddened by the kisses of Mother Yashodas. What more can I describe than this? Millions of opulences are of no use to me, but may this vision constantly remain in my mind. Imagine the intimacy. Mother Yashoda is kissing the face of God. The gopis are dancing with Krishna, face to face and chest to chest. They're dancing in Ras. Cowherd boys are cowherd boys are wrestling with Krishna, chest to chest. Saying, who are you, Krishna? You think you're so big, I'll defeat you. And Krishna becomes defeated, and he has to carry the cowherd boys on his shoulder. They're stealing food from his plate. He's stealing fruit from their plate. They're teasing Krishna. They're laughing, they're joking at Krishna's expense. Laughing, joking, playing, dancing, eating, swimming in Yamuna. Ecstatic life of love, of intimate love of God. This is what's being offered by Gaur Nitai. Not four-ended form in Vaikuntha. Everyone's standing around offering obeisances. That's a Aishwarya Bhav. To be very, very careful. No, Sakhya Bhav. Vatsalya Bhav, Mother Yashodas, dressing Krishna, feeding him, fussing over him, dressing him very nicely. A nice, clean, beautiful golden silk and peacock feather and earrings and necklaces and wrist bracelets, fixing his hair, putting his tilak very, very nicely. Then what does Krishna do? He walks out the front door, grabs the tail of a calf. The calf bolts, dragging Krishna through the mud, spoiling all Mother Yashoda's work. She does, oh, Krishna, look at you now. She's happy. She gets to do it because this is her happiness. To fuss over Krishna, to feed Krishna, to play with Krishna. Multiply the feeling a mother of this world has for her child. And we can get a glimpse of the Bhav, the Vatsalya Bhav of Mother Yashoda. Just thinking of Krishna, her milk, her breast flows milk and wets her choli. Just thinking of Krishna. Such an intimate relationship she has with Krishna. What to speak of gopis, have such intimate relationship with Krishna. That is what's being offered. Therefore we say, Parama Karuna Pahodijana. These two Dvijas, these two Brahmins, Nitai and Gaur, are offering the most important and valuable thing. Then he says, Bhajo Bhajo Bhai Chaitanya Nitai Sujata Vishwasa Kori Vishaya Chariya Se Rase Majaya Mukhe Balo Hari Hari. He said one thing, they're simply giving mercy, but one thing, try to control your senses. Vishaya Chariya Se Rase Majaya. That give up this rasa with sense gratification, because this is the fall down, this is the dark pit of material life that we've fallen into, thinking my happiness is the happiness of my senses. This is life's greatest illusion. I am my body, I am my senses, And my happiness lies in gratifying my senses. Krishna says in Gita, this is the cause of our unhappiness. Yehi sansparsaja bhoga dukkha yone evate ajantavanta konteya na teshu ramate buddha. He says that what is the cause of our unhappiness? Sansparsh bhoga, bringing our senses in contact with the objects of the senses. The eye wants to see, the hand wants to touch, the tongue wants to taste, the ears want to hear beautiful music, we want to smell delicious fragrances. All the senses are dragging the living being. Prabhupada gives an example. Of a man with 5 wives, imagine, he comes home and everybody wants his attention. So all our senses are dragging, demanding attention. But we're not these senses. What is a sense? Can you quantify? What is smell? Can you put it on a scale? Can you say, what is its size? What is its dimension? What is its mass? It's subtle energy, but everyone has sense of smell, of hearing, taste, touch, sight. But we're dragged by these senses. So Lochandas Thakur is saying, Vishaya Chariya, Seva Semaji, give up this insane pursuit of sense gratification. Because it's dukkha yoneya evate. It is a cause of our unhappiness. And adyantavanta konteya nateshu ramate buddha. A thoughtful person, ramate buddha, someone who is actually intelligent, distances himself from sense gratification because he knows it has its beginning and it has its end. Why should I take place? We want unlimited happiness. Kevala ananda kanda. We want unlimited happiness, not this flickering happiness. This leads to frustration. Let's say, for example, you love to eat rasmalai, or you love to eat pizza, some delicious type of food. You think, yes, I will eat this delicious food, and you begin to eat, and you're doing like abhishekam for your tongue, and it's swirling in your mouth, and it's so delicious, you eat more, and then there comes a point you can't eat anymore. Then what happened to the pleasure you're enjoying from eating? It's all gone. That pleasure of eating is temporary. And if we analyze, all the pleasures of the senses are all similarly temporary. But we're dragged, spend lifetimes after lifetime chasing senses. So Lochantas Thakur says, Vishaya Chariya Seva Semajiya. Give up this rasa with sense gratification and do what? Mukhe bolo hari hari. Fill your mouth with the Lord's holy name. And Gaurnitai came for this reason. Nityananda Prabhu would go out with Haridas Thakur preaching Krishna consciousness. Lord Chaitanya told him that you go and you preach. He said, don't come to Puri, because all the Dhamvasis, Navadip Dhamvasis, were leaving the Dham and coming to see Mahaprabhu, walking from Navadip to Puri. Long walk, 1 month it would take to walk to Puri from Mayapur. So they were all coming to see Mahaprabhu. But he told Nityananda, you go preach in Radhadesh. You go preach in West Bengal. Preach what? Harinam Sankirtan. Jagyai Sankirtana Praya Yajantihi Samedasa. This is the yagya. This is the process. The only process of self-realization in this age is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Not by yoga, not by karma, not by jnana, not by meditation, not by dan, not by tapasya, not by Vedic study, not by Tirtha Yatra, not by holy dip. Only by chanting holy name of the Lord is liberation possible in this age of Kali. And not only liberation, love of God is available just by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Harinam Sankirtan. Narottam Das Thakur prayed, Golokera Premadana Harinama Sankirtana. That Goloka Prem, the ecstatic emotional experience of the residents of Braj, of Goloka, comes to this world. How? Harinam Sankirtan. So Mahaprabhu instructed Nitai that you go and preach Krishna consciousness. He and Haridas Thakur were Sankirtan parties. And they would go door to door, cutting a channel that the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would reach every home in Radhadesh. So one day, everyone knows this wonderful story. They were going door to door and there was a huge commotion. What is going on? What is this? And it was 2 drunken brothers, Jagai and Madhai, creating a huge ruckus, fighting with each other, rolling it around, cursing each other. causing huge disturbance. And they asked, who are these two brothers? Well, one was Jagadananda and one was Madhavananda. They're born in Brahmin families, I think Bhattacharyas. Anyway, Bengali Brahmins. But by bad association, they became drunkards, woman hunters, meat eaters, cow killers, rapists, murderers. There was no sin they didn't commit. And it all happened by bad association. Therefore, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Sangat Sanjayate Kama, that we develop our desire in life by who we associate with. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asked, who is a Vaishnava? He said, Asatsanga Tyaga, a Vaishnavachar. That a Vaishnava is that person who gives up the association of non-devotees. That's a big discussion, but the basic principle is there. That we don't associate with materialistic person because we'll be influenced. Modes of nature are very powerful. Don't think you're aloof. So a satsanga tyaga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, give up the association. And Vishaya Charya Se Rase Maji, Mukhe Bolo Hari Hari, and fill your mouth with the holy names. So Jagai Madai were creating a big fuss, and Lord Nityananda and Haridas Thakur thought, if we can convert these two people, these two most degraded characters, then the glory of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will be broadcast all over the area, all over Navadvip. So they approached Jagai Madhvai and they asked him, who are you? Oh, we are Avadut. Avadut! When they heard Avadut, they became furious. They began to chase Nityananda and Haridas Thakur. They ran for their lives. Understand the beautiful Leela. Nityananda can lift his eyebrow and burn to ashes millions, trillions, quadrillions of Jagai Madais without the least hesitation or disturbance. But they ran in fear of Jagai Madai. And they saved themselves from the wrath of Jagai Madai. The next day, let us approach those two brothers. We have to deliver them. We have to deliver them. So they approached again. Madai took up a pot and he broke it on Nitai's head. His head began to bleed. And hearing the commotion, being the supreme witness, the super soul in every body, Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hriddaya Janatishtate, Lord Chaitanya appeared in this scene, called this chakra, 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 and he's ready to slice them to pieces, murder them, kill the demons. But Nityananda appealed to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. No, not in this age. In this age you've come to deliver the demons, to kill the demoniac mentality, not to kill the demons. So Lord Chaitanya relented. And when he heard that Jagai held the hand of Madai, preventing him from hitting Lord Nityananda again, he became full of compassion. That you protected my Nitai, my beloved, my Nitai, you protected Nitai. He gave mercy, and Nitai and Jagai fell at the feet of Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu accepted him. Seeing Jagai being blessed by Lord Chaitanya, Madai also fell at the feet of Lord Chaitanya. And he blessed them, sin no more. I forgive you. And Lord Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya's body became black, having absorbed all the sins of Jagai and Madai that were incalculable. Chitragupta and all his scribes fainted trying to enumerate, trying to keep track of the sins, the innumerable sins of Jagai and Madai. And when Lord Chaitanya forgave his body being black, and everyone was astonished that he looked just like Krishna. He's Krishna. He's Krishna. Because who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He's Krishna Varnam Tisha Krishnam Sangopangashta Parshadam. He's Krishnam. He's golden. Golden color. The duty, effulgence and golden color of Srimati Radharani. But he became black having assumed the sins of Jagai Madai. So Madai was feeling very remorseful, contrite, that I committed such a great sin. I attacked the body of Nitai. So he begged mercy. What can I do? What else can I do? I surrendered, but what else can I do? He said, you build God to serve Vaishnavas. And when they come to bathe, you serve them. You wash their clothes, you serve them when the Vaishnavas come. And in this way, you become fully purified of any offense you made to me. So that Ghat is there. Madai Ghat is a place of pilgrimage here in Navadip Dham, Mayapur Dham, in remembrance of the sacrifice of Madai trying to become purified by serving Vaishnavas. We serve Vaishnavas because they're very, very dear to the Lord. This is the only way by which we get mercy. Bhagavatam says, Rahuganai tattapasanayati, the chidchayana nipanam yatirva, the chandana jalasya, what is that? Vinamahatpada rajo bhishekam, that you can do austerity. Some yogis in Magh month will go to Ganga and immerse their body in the freezing water of Ganga, do austerity. Or in the blazing heat of summer, they'll build a fire around themselves and meditate. Someone may do that type of austerity. He may become a perfect adherent to Varnashram Dharma. He may go on Tirtha Yatra. He may give in charity. But Vinamahat Pada Vrajo Abhishekam. Without getting the dust of the lotus feet of a great devotee, one cannot get Krishna. This is the whole process of getting Krishna. So Nityananda instructed Madai, you want my mercy, then serve Vaishnavas. This is the system, how to get mercy from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu. So in Tattva, Lord Nityananda is Balaram. Balaram Hoilo Nitai. And he is very essential in our progress in spiritual life because we're worshippers of Radha Krishna, we're chanters of the holy name. And he's Harinama Padam Devam, he's giving holy name. And Heno Nitai Vinay Bai Radha Krishna Paite Nai. That we should work with great determination. That how to approach Radha Krishna, it's impossible without the mercy of Nityananda. Heno Nitai Vinay Radha Krishna Paite Nai. The mercy of Radha Krishna is unavailable. To approach Radha Krishna, to worship Radha Krishna in truth is impossible without the mercy of Nityananda. So he's Balaram, he's eternal associate of Krishna, of Radha Krishna. He has his own, and Balaram has his own Ras Leela with gopis. Krishna has his Ras Leela with gopis. And they come to this world to distribute mercy. How to come from here to go there. So we can't approach that kingdom of God, that highest kingdom, Goloka Dham, without the mercy of Nitai. And as Balaram serves Krishna and accompanies him, he comes as Lakshman in Ram Leela. He comes as Narayan, as Ananta Shesh to be with Narayan, serving Narayan. And he comes with Lord Chaitanya as Nitai. He's eternal associate of the Lord. And he served us as Rama was served by Lakshman. He dedicated his whole life to serving Rama. In Dandaka forest, Lakshman wouldn't eat, he wouldn't sleep. His only business was to protect Sri Rama. He was the supreme, most devoted servant of Lord Rama. And in Chaitanya Leela also, Lord Chaitanya instructed Nitai that you go and preach Krishna consciousness. So Lord Nityananda is also Adi Guru Tattva. If someone wants mercy from Guru, if he's feeling the necessity, as every devotee should in his lifetime, the necessity to approach Guru, he should pray to Lord Nityananda. He's Adi Guru and he's full of mercy. And Nityananda is dedicated, is declared by all acharyas to be the original spiritual master, because he is the first expansion of Godhead. And he appears exclusively for the pleasure of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to please Lord Chaitanya, to act in that capacity. So there's beautiful leelas also. We can look at some leelas that Lord Nityananda exhibited. He was born in Ekachakra. I think many of you have been to Ekachakra, such a beautiful place. If you haven't been, put it on your list of things you want to do in this lifetime, to visit Ekachakra. It's not a very big place, but it's permeated with the mercy of Nitai. And you feel like I am in Vrindavan. Cows and gobar and dirt roads and temples, kirtan, cowherd boys. You feel like I am in Vrindavan because it's as good as Vrindavan. The Pandavas also stayed there in Ekachakra. There's many leelas with the Pandavas there in Ekachakra. So he was born in a Brahmin family. His father's name was Hadai Pandit. His mother's name was Padmavati. And one day, a Brahmin came, a sannyasi came, and asked charity. He was being served by Hadai Pandit. He fed him, he gave him donation, he served him in every way. So as he was leaving, he said, I need one benediction from you. I want charity from you. So Hadai Pandit said, anything you ask, I will give you. The sannyasi said, give me Nitai. Hadai Pandit fainted. Nitai, Nitai, my Nitai. He couldn't tolerate the separation. He was obliged to give because he had said this is actual culture. No one went back from their word. Whatever you said, you would do at any cost. So at the cost of his most dear to more than his own life, Nitai left with the sannyasi and Hadai Pandit left his body. Exactly like Dasarath left his body when Rama left. When Rama went to Dandaka forest on Vanvas, he couldn't maintain his life in separation, in extreme vipralamba bhav, vatsalya bhav. He couldn't maintain his life. So this is Hadai Pandit also. And you can go to see the home of Hadai Pandit. The birthplace of Lord Nityananda is there also. It's a very unfortunate situation because it's been taken over by some different sampradaya. And although Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda came to distribute the holy name to every town and village, they say in this temple, no chanting. They don't allow kirtan in the temple. And they're very, very strict about bringing camera. They have a magnetic wand to see whether you're carrying any camera or cell phone or any electronic device, because they don't want you taking pictures. They don't want to broadcast the glories of Lord Nitai. But it's still, in spite of that, it's a very special place. There's many other places. The umbilical, there's a temple for the umbilical cord of Nitai is there. Many places there in Ekachakra. Make it a point to visit there. And in Ekachakra, Lord Nityananda with his friends, because all the Dwadasa Gopals, associates of Lord Chaitanya, of Lord Krishna, of Lord Balaram, all the Dwadasa Gopals of Lord Balaram, came as great devotees of Nityananda, and they would play Leela. And all the adults were quite surprised. They never read Ramayana, they never read Krishna book, they never read these Shastras. How do they know these Leelas inside and out? And they became so involved in them that they would they become that person in Leela. They were doing Ram Leela, and when Megnath shoots Shakti arrow at Lakshman, and Lakshman's hit, and he falls down, just paralyzed. Lord Nityananda, the boy, Nitai, was playing the part of Lakshman, and he fell down, and the whole village became overwhelmed. Nitai's died, he's left, he's died. Everyone became so upset because he wasn't even breathing. He was so absorbed in Leela, he wasn't even breathing. So one elderly Brahmin could understand the situation, so he instructed one boy playing the part of Hanuman that you go to the mountain to bring the herb, the special herb. So the boy playing Hanuman goes and he brings the herb and he drizzles into Nitai's mouth, and Nitai jumps up, Jai Sri Ram, Jai Sri Ram. So they play all these leelas. all these pastimes. They'd pay, someone would play Mother Bhumi in the form of a cow. Another friend would pretend to be Lord Brahma. And they would plead with Lord Brahma that the demons in the form of kings were causing trouble. Someone would play the kings, someone would play the devotees, someone would play Bhumi. And they'd approach the ocean of milk and take one form of Vishnu and say, all you demigods take bath and all soon appear as Lord Krishna. They play all these leelas. Sometimes they pretend to be Devaki and Vasudeva and give birth to Krishna. Sometimes they play Putana, and another friend would jump on him, suck his breast, and kill him. Sometimes they would play Agasur, Dhenukasur, all these leelas they would do. Because they're the same personalities. One time a Brahmana was questioning Mahaprabhu about Nitai's character. He said, what kind of, because he is sannyasi, he's avadut. He is avadut, but he married twice. Vasudha and Janavi. Married two ladies, sisters. Their Pushpa Samadhis are right here. About an hour and a half's drive, a beautiful temple. There's Lord Nityananda's son. What was his name? What was Lord Nityananda's son?
Veerbhadra, Veerachandra.
Birbhadra, yes, thank you. Birbhadra. Birbhadra was gifted a very special piece of stone. And from that stone, he carved 3 deities. So all those deities, those temples are right south of here, about an hour and a half south. One you have to cross Ganga to go to. One of the deities he wears a wristwatch. The pujaris put wristwatch on him. So, and his deity is there, and there are the Pushpa Samadhis of Janamadevi and Vasudha. So he married twice. What kind of sannyas? Not only one wife, but 2 wives he married. And he would wear jewelry, silk cloth, jewelry, chewing betel. They say, what kind of sannyasi is this? Because he is abadut, completely aloof from public opinion. This is Nitai. Sometimes Lord Nityananda would play, he'd swim in Ganga. Sometimes, rarely, not too often, we see crocodile in Ganga. We see more often dolphins, these freshwater dolphins, river dolphins, surfacing. But every now and then, we see crocodile also. So Nitai would swim in Ganga and everyone would become very disturbed. No, 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 crocodile, crocodile. So he'd just go in and play with them. Go and play with crocodiles in Ganga. This is a personality of Nityananda. So the famous song was there. Let's see, I have it here somewhere. Lochan, Narottam Das Thakur song. Nitai Pada Kamala Koti Chandra Sushitala Ye Jaya Jagata Jurai. Hino Nitai Vine Bhai Radha Krishna Pai Taina. Jadakori Dhara Nitai Pai. The lotus feet of Lord Nityananda are shelter where we get the soothing moonlight, not only of one, but millions of moons. If the world wants to have real peace, it should take shelter of Lord Nityananda. Unless one takes shelter of under the shade of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, it will be very difficult for him to approach Radha Krishna. If one actually wants to enter into the dancing party of Radha Krishna, he must firmly catch hold of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. So his feet, like Koti Chanda Sushitala, like millions of moons, the aggregate cooling effect of millions of moons are found at the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. So we should find happiness there. People looking for happiness so many places, but they won't look where they can find it. Because these are beautiful analogies. It's not like we go to the mandir and this amazing moonshine is coming off the altar. But it's a beautiful analogy. Because moonshine is cooling. In the blazing heat of summer, when the full moon is there, one can appreciate the cooling effect of the moon. Multiplied millions of times is the cooling effect of taking shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, because it extinguishes the blazing fire of material existence that comes to us by trying to be happy in this material world. So Lord Nitai breaks that bondage to material life, that makes us think, I will be happy here in this world, where there's really no happiness. The happiness we experience is chapala sukha, very flickering happiness. Edana jovana putra parijana iti kayachik chitire. Kamala dala jala jimana talamala bhajahu hari parinitiri. What is our happiness? To have family, to have wealth, to have position, to have youth, to have beauty. These things are described by Govinda Das to be like drops of water on a lotus pad. The lotus pad has a particular characteristic that it's very waxy. It doesn't get wet. It's in the water, but it never gets wet. So when water sits on top of the pad, it's very temporary. The slightest disturbance and it goes back, and that water goes back into the pond. It merges back into the pond. So he uses this example. All the things we work so hard for in life, bank balance and family and friends and love and society and position and security and health and wealth, all Kamala Dalajala, water on the lotus pad. And immediately, one day, it's all finished. So what is the solution? Bhajahu Hari Pada Nitire. Take up the worship of Lord Hari. This is the cooling effect that's available if we take shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. Edana Jovana Putra Parijana Itikayachi Padatitire. Our done, our wealth, our youth, all these things finished. So where do we find relief from the burning effect of trying to be happy in the material world? Kote Chanda Sushitala. The lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, which are like the cooling effect, aggregate effect of millions of moons, Nitai Pada Kamala. And Heno Nitai Vinebai, we talked about that. He goes on Ahankare Matta Haya Nitai Pada Pashari Asatyare Satya Korimani. Being man by false prestige and identifying with the body, one is thinking, oh, what is Nityananda? What can he do for me? I don't care. They're saying, Asatyare Satya Korimani. They're saying that he is false. But what is actually false? Material life is actually, is completely false, completely temporary. But they're thinking this Nitai, he's false. This Hare Krishna business is false, wasting your time. But materialistic person is exactly like a child playing on the beach, making sandcastles. They bring their little bucket and their little shovel, and they stack up buckets full of sand and make a castle. Here is the road, here are the trees, these are my cars, this is the turret, this is the top, this is the castle. My castle is bigger than your castle. But what happens in the course of time? The tide comes in and washes the whole thing away. So who is false? What is false? This body is false. Completely false, because we are a completely separate thing. Completely separate thing. Krishna talks in Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, about nominal and phenomenal knowledge. Nominal knowledge means what is the soul? What is God? What is the difference between Ganga and regular water? What is the difference between deity and stone? What is the difference between Harinam and some mundane sound? What is the difference between body and soul? Nominal knowledge, spiritual knowledge, isn't perceived directly with our senses. It's perceived with our spiritual visions. It's awakened by the grace of God, by the grace of Guru. Chakudan Diloje Janme Janme Prabhu say. He's giving us His mercy, birth after birth. What is that mercy? Abhidya Vinasha Jati, destroying our knowledge and opening our eyes for the transcendental knowledge. To see, what are we? What is this world? Who am I? What am I here for? That they don't understand. They say, oh, Nitai is false. But no, your world is false. Your conception of life is false. Your position in the world is false, and it's going to be taken all away from you at any moment. Why are you struggling? Be happy. Chant God's name. Do something positive. Because when the last breath comes, what is your asset? Is it your bank balance? Is it your car? Your apartment? Your family even? Your position in society? Your body? What is your asset and when the last breath comes? When the last breath leaves your lungs and exits your body and your heart stops beating, what is your asset then? Who can help you then? Only a relationship with God. And that relationship is described Nitai Pada Kamala, Koti Chandra Shashita, aggregate value of millions of moons to extinguish the blazing fire of material life. By the mercy of Nitai that comes to us, to the mercy of Sri Guru. Guru means Nityananda's representative. Srimati Radhika's representative, to extinguish the blazing fire of material life. And there's so much to say. I have, this is like 2 pages of notes. We've looked at there's 4 pages of notes. We've looked at, no, excuse me, 10 pages of notes. We've only looked at 2 pages. It's a big topic. So Jai Nitai, Jai Advaita Charya. Anyone has any question?
Go ahead, Vimal Gupta, Prabhu. Vimal Prabhu.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisance at your lotus feet, Prabhu. Prabhu, I
Please
have one
accept
question.
mine.
Yeah, Prabhu. Thank you. So, Prabhu, my question is regarding Advaita Acharya, as he was offering tulsi leaves and also the water Ganges for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to appear in this world.
Mhm.
So now Tulsi Maharani, questions are this one, Prabhu. Is Tulsi Maharani devotee of Krishna for 24/7? She does bhakti of Krishna? That is first question.
Tulsi is a whole class. But we can understand Tulsi from the prayers of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Brenda Devi Ashtakam. He says, Samasta Vaikuntha Shiromana Shri Krishnasya Vrindavana Dhanyadamni Datari Kare Vishabhanu Putra Vrinde Namaste Charanara Vindam. He prayed that of all the Vaikuntha planets, Goloka Vrindavan, Samasta Vaikuntha Shiromana Shri, it's the topmost, Shiromani, Goloka Dham. In that Goloka Dham, Srimati Radharani has given dominion over all the activities of Radha Krishna Seva to Vrinda Devi, who appears in this world as Tulsi Maharani. What kind of flowers will grow, how the wind will blow, how Srimati Radharani will be decorated, what flowers for the Nakunja, what flowers for Radha's dress, what sweets, what savories, what bitter, what drinks, what agarbati, what scents, how everything, how the Leela goes on. Just like in this world, in an orchestra, there's the woodwind section, the percussion section, the brass section, the violins, and and there's a composer, the conductor in front. He's waving, okay, you're now louder, faster. He's orchestrating the whole symphony. Brinda Devi's orchestrating the whole, along with Purnamasi, orchestrating the whole symphony of Radha Krishna Leela in Golokadam. She's been given dominion over that. And we worship that Tulsi Devi, that Brinda Devi as Tulsi Maharani every day. Srila Prabhupada in every ISKCON temple installed that. We pray Eneve Danadara Sakir Anugatakara Seva Adhikara Diye Kora Nijadasi. This is very profound, rasic thing we sing every morning. That we're praying that give me the adhikar to approach Radha Krishna. Tulsi is not a plant. Tulsi has the characteristics of a plant. She has leaves, she has flowers and roots and bark and seeds. But what is the identity of that person, the spiritual energy present before us? Is Vrinda Devi, an expansion of Srimati Radharani. So we're praying, give me the adhikar to approach Radha Krishna, and Koronija Dasi, make me your Dasi. Plant can't do that for you. So Tulsi is very amazing personality. And we should take advantage. We wear Tulsi Kanti Mala. We chant on Tulsi beads. We pray to Tulsi for adhikar, the qualification to approach Radha Krishna, to get some service. Prabhupada said she's a ticket holder. Ticket holder for Goloka. To enter Goloka, you need a ticket. And Srimati Tulsi Maharani Brinda Devi can give you a ticket to enter Goloka. That's required. You just can't go there. You require a visa. required ticket to enter Goloka. And Tulsi Maharani is distributing them to all her devotees who take advantage, who Sharanaloy, who take shelter of her. All her desires are filled. Ye Tamara Sharanaloy, Daravanchis Purnahoy. All our aspirations in life are fulfilled. All our spiritual aspirations are fulfilled by Tulsi Maharani, Brinda Devi. She is a very special personality. We should not miss her puja. And no, Krishna doesn't accept anything that's without Tulsi Maharani, without Tulsi leaf. Does that answer your first question, Prabhu?
Yeah, Prabhu. Yeah, Prabhu. I have now second question, Prabhu. So second question is with Tulsi Maharani and Lord Krishna, Vivaha in ISKCON we don't celebrate that much, right, Prabhu? So we are missing the opportunity of parampara here. So
Well,
that is what.
some devotees celebrate. They do a big festival at Vrindakund every year in Vrindavan. A wonderful festival. They do a marriage as Tulsi and Shalagram. I attended a couple times. I happened to be in Vrindavan. It's on Kartik Purnima, I think. Is it? I think Kartik Purnima.
Yes, Prabhu. Last day of Katha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it can be. There's nothing wrong. It's not outside of our parampara, outside of our tradition. But there's a system to do it. It shouldn't be done just haphazardly. It should be done nicely. There should be shalagram and there should be tulsi, a new tulsi, ideally. Tulsi should be decorated. There should be a regular wedding. So it's a nice ceremony. And prasadam, basically, our ceremonies are Hare Kirtan, Krishna Prasad, and some Katha. I mean, when someone dies, what do? We chant Hare Krishna, we distribute prasadam and say something. When someone gets married, what do? We distribute prasadam, we have kirtan, we have someone say something. When it's a birth, a death, a haircutting ceremony, a moving into a home, our process is simple. We do kirtan, and we say something, and we distribute prasadam. This is our Vaishnava way. This is how we do Shraddha. This is how we do all these different ceremonies. Birth ceremony, death ceremony, simanta, all the different sanskars. Because it's without that, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. Mantra tastant, Bhagavatam says, mantra tastanta taschidam, desha kalar devastata. Sarvam koroti nischidam, anusankirtanam tava. That in puja, there's always some mistake, there's some nischidam, some lack, some offense. But that nischidram, sarvam koroti nischidram, all chidra, all offenses, all lack is finished by Harinam Sankirtan. So all our ceremonies we do Harinam Sankirtan, we distribute prasad to please Vaishnavas. Lord is very pleased by Vaishnav Seva. More than anything, serve Vaishnavas and you'll always get Lord's mercy. So we do this Harinam Sankirtan, serve Vaishnavas, and we do some puja. So we can worship, observe this Tulsi Viva, no problem. Some devotees do. I've been to a couple homes. We're doing Tulsi Viva. And they do every year. If you're in Vrindavan, go to Vrindakund. They do a big festival, nice prasadam.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
One more down, go ahead.
Hey, Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisance. All glories to Srila Prabhu.
Please accept mine, Namritanan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu, for the class. My question is a little bit philosophical, and what would be the practical method to resolve this? We understand about God, Krishna, through Shabda Praman. So we know who is God, what are his activities, etc. So all that falls in the nominal category. But Prabhu, the phenomenal, having a direct experience, so to say. Sure, we also do the practices of deity worship and chanting and so many other activities. So it's not just intellectual. There's also some activities behind that, Prabhu. But all the same, though these activities are being performed, the real phenomenal experience is not there. That because we also understand from nominal that if you experience, realize, just even a glimmer of God, then, there's such a transformation. But there is on one end the nominal, the other end, there's also so called phenomenal practices. But still, it's not phenomenal. So, what is it that is lacking, Prabhu, or what is it a sadhaka can do?
Is only one solution to the problem, and that is spiritual progress, to experience nominal world. Like when we see deity, do you see a statue or you see Krishna? If we have the vision, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came before Jagannath deities, he fainted. Here is Shyam Sundar. And then they asked Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, why is Jagannath like this? Why is the big eyes and arms, no arms? And why is he like that? Prabhupada said, oh, you mean Shyam Sundar? Prabhupada saying Shyam Sundar, we're saying Jagannath Murti. It's a question of our progress in spiritual life. Same thing, you can take bath in Mississippi River or you can take bath in Ganga. It's both water, H2O. But spiritual life means, the difference is that Ganga is a conjunction of nominal and phenomenal world. Ganga Devi. Shankaracharya prayed, Devi Sureshwari Bhagavati Ganga Tribhuvanatara Nitara Latarange Shankara Moli Vinasana Vimali Mama Matarasam Tava Pada Kamali Tava Pada Kamali. Does a river have lotus feet? Ganga Devi does. She's present in Ganga. She's present in that form as Ganga. She's not present in Mississippi. She's present there. The conjunction of nominal and phenomenal worlds. Spiritual world that we can't see with our senses, and physical world that we can. But when we go there in the physical world, in the course of time, we will experience, by purification, the nominal world. Experience ourself as soul, as completely distinct from our body, as Satchidananda Vigraha. And experience the deity, that he talks, he walks. So many stories are there. Even in our Rajapur temple, amazing leelas, no time to explain those, but amazing leelas. Lord Nishingadev here, amazing leelas. So by spiritual advancement, there's no shortcut. We have to be advanced in spiritual life to experience the nominal world. Does that answer your question, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. So, what I'm hearing is just keep at it, even though we're not experiencing.
Yes, to keep at it.
And if I may ask a second follow-up, Prabhu, on this, is it possible that a person just gets the experience? He really doesn't know what it is, and would it matter? Like, for example, I have a direct experience of God, but I don't know what it is. But what care I? Why do I have to give it name and titles and other things? Is that there, or is there any other Leela? He's not a devotee, he's not chanting, whatever. He doesn't even know or care, but still he gets the experience. Is that possible, Prabhu?
Yes, my sister had an experience like that. It was so profound that she became a Muslim. She has an experience of Brahma Jyoti, the impersonal experience of God. So she correlated that with Islam. She had some divine experience that completely changed her. So I have to validate her experience. But everyone's experience of God is unique and individual. Unique, eternal, and individual. My experience isn't your experience. I can't say, why you're not experiencing God like I am.
Mm.
Because you're you and I'm me. We're individual souls. We're not the same. So everyone has a unique experience of God. Unique, eternal experience of God. So spiritual life means how to touch it. How is it? Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kavanai Shravanadi Shuddha Chitte Korea Udvai. Shuddha Chitta means our chitta, our consciousness, Chaitana, has to be purified. How? Shravanadi, by hearing. And Udvai means it rises up. Yasyam vai shoyamananam Krishna Parama Purusha Bhakti Utpadyate Pumusa Shoka Moha Bhayapaha. By hearing about Krishna, bhakti rises up in our heart. Hearing is very powerful. Very powerful. So by, as you say, keeping at it, always be hearing. When you're driving in your car, have a bhajan running or class running. When you're cooking, have a class running, have a bhajan running. When you're doing some menial task, always be hearing. Don't stop the hearing. Then the cumulative effect is spurti, is revelation, the experience of God. And it will come, guaranteed, in due course of time. But we have to be patient.
Mm. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay,
Hare
thank
Krishna.
you. Hare Krishna.
Radha,
Another
Prem
question?
Prabhu. After that, Prem Kishore. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to
Oh,
Srila
except
Prabhupada.
mine. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
You had mentioned that you'd only covered 2 out of 10 pages of your notes. When and where can we hear the rest of your notes, Prabhupada?
At another class, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Well, please do continue sharing the
there's
nectar.
Yeah,
there's a
we'll have
nice,
one more part two in 2 weeks or something. We'll look at your schedule. Yeah.
there's a nice description of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda and the meaning of all the different uh, symbols on his feet. What does a chakra mean? What does a conch mean? All this. That's about 2 pages itself. I mean, how can Lord's unlimited? Ananta Shesh is also Lord Nityananda. He's glorifying. He's chanting the glories of Lord Krishna for eternity with his thousands of mouths, and there's no end to it. Where is the end? Okay, we finished that class. Next. How is it? How is it possible? Not possible. But the more we hear, the more we churn the nectar ocean, the more we feel encouraged in spiritual life. That somehow or other, by the grace of Srila Prabhupada, we have a connection with that personality, Nitai. How we got so much mercy to be connected to the most merciful personality, Nitai. Who, I mean, personally speaking, I was simply Mahapapi, number one Mahapapi. And my whole life changed the day I walked into Prabhupada's temple and bowed down in front of Gaur. Everyone's bowing down. I said, okay, I can do that. I bowed down in front of Gaur Nitai. And this is the result. Here I am, 53 years later, living in Mayapur. Such mercy is available. I mean, I was a number one papi, a regular Jagai Madai. But somehow or other, some special mercy came to me through the via medium of Srila Prabhupada, his Nityananda's representative. So we should all try and get mercy of Nitai. Beg mercy from Nitai. There's many amazing tirthastalis here in Mayapur. We went to one, the Samadhi of Lochan Das Thakur. Such amazing experience. The deities of very, very simple deities of Chaitanya Nityananda. When I went there, I just felt, I mean, I take people out in Parikram, but I go and it's like business as usual. But I went to this place, I felt so much happiness at this place. Because their mercy is available from the acharyas who left mercy there for us. Gaurnitai is there. Just simple chadar, dancing like this. Such beautiful deities. But big austerity, 3.5 hour drive from Mayapur one way. But worth every minute. The blissful experience. So yes, Jai Nitai.
Okay. Take it, Prabhupada.
Prem Kishore Prabhu. Next. Make it quick.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
I wanted to accept the kind of feeling which we get. I've never been to Ekachakradham. This is post our Navdeep Parikrama, where I've been with Shantipur, Advaita
Also,
Acharya's place. It was
wonderful place also.
mesmerizing, yeah.
Yes.
Especially due post Navdeep Parikrama, the festival which they have in Shantipur. It's
You
like
went to Shantipur festival.
Shantipur festival, yeah.
Ate khichdi up to here, right?
Yeah. It was like mesmerizing that time. Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful festival.
I have a question, Prabhu. Like, we today was the unique thing where we spoke on both Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu. Advaita Acharya, we call him as a Acharya. The word Acharya would like to precisely focus on. And Nityananda Prabhu is like a Avaduta. Both are very foundational to reach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So where Acharya represents basically a very structural path, how to serve. Basically, his foundational aspect was to serve the devotees to reach the Lord, if I understand correct, right? Like in opposite to Avaduta, where we call for his unconditional mercy. However, he is being perceived as a Avaduta, but our aspect is to call out for that unconditional mercy which he provides. How to, on this auspicious day today, the Advaita Acharya's appearance day, like what, how do we reconcile this as a Acharya's very structured path, like where he invoked the Lord by himself and he was subject as a servant to that same Lord, right? But
No need to
Avata's is completely different, yeah.
no need to reconcile. They serve each other.
Yeah.
Because Advaita Acharya was a teacher. He's a Brahmin, he's a teacher. He's acknowledged the whole community as a teacher. Lord Chaitanya's brother went there to learn, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself was a teacher. So that is also a requirement for our progress in spiritual life. We don't make anything up. Everything's there. We just have to unearth it, try to understand it, and try and assimilate it, digest it, you can say. And that's the process of knowing, of reading books and trying to understand books. But just reading books isn't the answer. You don't become self-realized just by reading books. There has to be realization, jnana and vijnana. And vijnana means the realization side. Like we preach, you're not your body. Okay, everyone knows. It makes sense intellectually. It makes perfect sense. But do we experience? Do we experience Brahman realization? Brahma Bhuta Prasanna Nasochati, the Kankshati? Do we experience that? That is vijnana. So that is Lord Nityananda. Completely detached, avadut. Completely in another world. Completely another world.
Yeah.
So both things are, and one knowledge points us in the right direction. And knowledge also, the reading Bhagavatam, studying Bhagavatam also awakens a love of God because it's not an ordinary book, it's Krishna himself. Purana Brahma Samhitam is Krishna himself. So connecting with Bhagavatam not only gives us knowledge, but it gives us the understanding of who we are, the experience of who we are. Very special book. But back to your point, knowledge and realization go hand in hand. And this is the result of bhakti. Vasudevi Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayoji Jnanat Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayoji Pranayat Vairagyam Jnanam Chayad Haitukam. Jnanam and Vairagya, the natural products of bhakti. So we hear, we chant, we get realization, we get detachment, we get the experience of Krishna bhakti by engaging in the process. So Shastra points us in the right direction. But the experience, the real experience comes in time. You can't just snap your fingers, okay, from tomorrow, I'm done with lust, no anger, greed, lust, envy, done. Because I read the book and it said we should become free. You have to pay your dues. Utsaha nischayat dharyat. Because bhakti is like, it's not like walking into a dark room, there's a switch, you hit the switch, boom, light, I got it, I experience it, I know it. Bhakti is like the sunrise. From darkness, as the sun rises, gradually we see form, then we see form and color, then we see form, color, we see the sun itself in due course of time. So dharyat, we have to be patient. But both things they feed each other. Because the experience of love of God, like we say, Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam, Pratipadam. That Anandam, an ocean of nectar at every step, Pratipadam. What has to happen first? Cetodarpanam Arjanam. You have to cleanse your consciousness. You have to pay your dues and go through the process of sadhana. And overcome anartha nibriti. You want to experience ruchi and bhava, pay your dues, go through anartha nibriti. So they go hand in hand as far as I'm able to understand.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Sorry, we took a lot more time than usual. So we'll schedule a part 2 next month. Thank you so much.
Okay. At your service, Dasosmi.
Thank you.
Patitanam pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo,
Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Wonderful class. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nice.
Quick announcement, keep chanting of snow day, whatever storm we have. Tuesday is Raman Madhvacharya's disappearance day, very important of Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Wednesday is Ramanujacharya's disappearance, that is also very important. Then we have Thursday is Ekadasi, Baimi Ekadasi, fasting, and fasting completely till noon for Nityananda Prabhu's appearance. Whereas Friday you can fast, it's a fast breaking day. So and Varaha Dwadasi on Thursday as well as, so you are fasting completely till noon for Lord Varahadev, Lord Nityananda Prabhu, and the regular Ekadasi fast goes on until next day, Parna time. On Friday evening we'll have temple celebration for Nityananda Yodasi. Please join, let us prepare our consciousness, what we are going to do on that day, how we are going to celebrate, what will be the activities, what will be our services. Cooking will start. Jay Prakash Prabhu is leading that 1 p.m. on Friday. Please confirm if you are available. Let him know or let us know. So and other services of preparing the juices and many other things, cleaning up the temple hall and everything after the snow, especially. So many other areas for service. Prasadam serving is also service. After that, cleaning is also a service. So please let us know if you like to be part of any service, if you are available. If not, just come and be part of the celebration. Dance, chant, feast, and go home happily, blissfully. Govindas is on. Please order govindasnj.com or contact one of us. Like to order any items for your any celebrations, any events. So those are the quick announcement. On Monday, February 1st, I think, is also an important day because Narottam Das Thakur's appearance day. And is also Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, I think, Sannyas day. I think February 1st. So important days are lined up starting from today, Advaita Acharya's appearance to all the way to Narottam Das Thakur's appearance. Get ready for next month. March, Gaur Purnima is just coming up as well. Let us plan these events so that, today and tomorrow, anyway, we sit at home during a snow day. So we may have work, but let us try to plan ahead what we are going to do for Gaur Purnima, what we are going to do for Janmashtami. Churn some butter, Krishna's stealing butter, and see what we can do collectively. Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you for your kind association.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, so today is the fasting till noon for
Yes, Advaita
Acharya's.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank
Thank
you. Hare Krishna.
Hare.
Hare Bol. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, everyone.